Hi Team S&G and welcome to this week's update. Just got a few big pointers to go through here. First one is, as you've seen, we've got some of those S&G shop at home vans out there working for us. And man, I got to give compliments to the in-home sales consultants that are using them. They are bringing back some checks, and that is awesome. But we'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. The one thing I wanted to mention is that we are changing the carpet selection in the shop at home vans. And basically, as we go forward, and there's going to be a retrofit done this week on most of the vans that are currently out there, they're only going to be showing the stock carpets. We have so much stock now that it basically fills up the van, and that gives the consumer almost 95 different products that they can pick from that we can install literally in a couple days. So great stuff, great selection, and as you know, our stock is absolutely some of the best values to be had. So good stuff all the way around there. Hey, just a few things to mention, like I say. First thing is, you've probably by now, or hopefully by now, you've all seen the PetMate pad. You can see how it's logoed on there with the little paw print and everything. And again, the significance of that is that it is replacing our support card. It's a very, very, very similar type of pad as what the support guard was. It is. It has the skin on top, the moisture barrier, okay? It is an antimicrobial, meaning that it's going to help eliminate some of the odors that could come from spills and pet things and all that kind of yucky stuff. It is made with at least 50% brand new memory foam. The other 50% or less, it comes from basically all Rebond pad, regrind. Predominantly, most of that Rebond substance comes from the auto industry, from the seats and all that kind of stuff, and a lot from mattress industry also. So, anyways, enough about the PetMate pad. It's a good deal, great product, and it's replacing the support guard. Leads us into step number 2 on that is the Pet Protect carpet. Okay, we got to wrap our minds around that. Talked about this last week, that the products that are solution dyed Stainmaster nylons, I'll say it again, solution dyed Stainmaster nylons are going to be called Pet Protect, meaning that Invista, the owner of the Stainmaster name, is warranting that carpet not to discolor or stain from pet vomit, pet urine, or pet feces. Okay? Customers got to do their homework though. They got to be prepared. In order for the warranty to be in effect, they have to get the carpets professionally steam cleaned and hold on to the receipts, okay? But they have to get the carpet professionally steam cleaned every 12 to 18 months, okay? And then if there's a spot or a spill, they have to clean it. If its spot or stain is still there, they have to get it professionally cleaned. If it's still there, then they have to call Invista within 30 days of the cleaning, okay? Real important stuff here. Invista's the one who's warranting it. So the customer should register online at Invista.com or Stainmaster.com and fill out the registration form. This warranty, this pet one, supersedes the S&G warranty, meaning that S&G will warranty the things in its book, our warranty literature, our warranty book, and Invista will warranty this because S&G does not warranty pet spills or stains. Excuse me. Tongue twister. Okay? So, Tom Lilly with Invista will be around to do some training for you, but get comfortable with it. People will be asking for it, okay? Good stuff there. Excuse me. Next thing I want to talk about is from this date going forward, May 19th, from now on, we are requiring, as you know this already, we require 50% down. So, what typically happens is people come in towards the end of the month, a lot of times the last day of the month, and say, can I only give you a small deposit to hold the price? And it's like, sure, give us 10, 20, 30% down. We'll hold the sales price. We'll measure it in a couple days or a week from now. All good stuff. You want to continue to do that. However, instead of taking it and making it an order, we are going to leave that deposit in a quote form, okay, until we get the full 50% deposit. Now, once we've gotten the 50% deposit, that quote will then become an order, okay? And then the Julie will order it. She's our central purchaser for the company. She'll order it and it'll come in, okay? But no more will we take a 10% deposit, measure it, and count it as an order. Okay? You got to leave the things in quote forms until we get to 50%. And I'm going to tell you why. 2 reasons. First one is, with 10% down only, a lot of people are canceling after the fact. Well, what's that mean to S&G? What's the big deal? Well, the big deal is it's an order. Julie looks at it. She orders the material. It's coming in, and then the customer cancels. We know if we get a 50% down, that is a 100% legitimate customer, and they're not going to cancel on us. So we're requiring the 50% down. You as a salesperson, we still want to get those customers off the market. We still are willing to take a good faith, hold the sale price type of deal, but you got to leave it in a quote form, okay? Crystal's going to be sending out a memo to everybody basically every Tuesday or Thursday for the next month and a half, because we want to drum that into everybody's head, because we're getting stuck with a lot of material, okay? And then the second thing is your team bonuses are graded or judged or whatever according to what are legitimate sold orders. So we don't want to have to come back and say, well, you know, that didn't count, so now we got to take it off this month's bonus and all that kind of stuff. We're not going to do that. We're just going to keep it real simple. As always, it's not an order until we get 50% down. It'll stay in the quotes until you collect the full 50%. Once it's 50%, bam, you turn it into an order, it gets ordered, and away we go. So good stuff, real simple, real basic. Next thing along with that, all jobs are COD, okay? Cash on delivery. If I were to order something from a department store, furniture from somebody, cash on delivery. They won't leave it unless I write them a check when they're done, right? That's true for everybody. We're the same way. Installers should be picking up checks. If they're not, you should be calling the customer the next day. Hey, how did the job go? Everything turn out okay? How do you want to pay for it? Give me your credit card number when you bring in the money, okay? Simple business, but we are a COD company. We expect the payment to the installer or for the customer to bring that money in the day of installation, at the latest the very next day, okay? If there's any type of deviation, you need your store manager's approval, okay? Our CODs are growing, and our accounts receivables are growing on people that don't have charge accounts. People are coming in and saying, well, you know, Joe the salesperson said I can pay in 2 or 3 weeks. That's not an option. That's not for your decision to be made, okay? If there's any deviation from a job being a cash on delivery, a COD payment, you have to have the store manager's approval, and the store manager has to log into that job and put notes to that effect in it, okay? Real simple on that. And the other thing we wanted to go over, if you're doing a large job, okay, like a big commercial job or anything like that, or a job that's being done in phases. Maybe somebody's adding on and they want to order all the carpet at one time and they want to do it in the installation in phases. We expect to be paid in phases, okay? Or you have to write the job on a bunch of small invoices, okay? Again, we have some commercial jobs that are in the middle or 90% done actually, and the customer is stalling to do the last room of a, you know, it's like a $13,000 job. We've installed $12,000. We got $1,000 more to go. And the customer's saying, well, hey, the salesperson told me I didn't have to pay till it's all done. Well, you know, how does that help us? You know, we don't get paid. You want to get paid on it, but there's no incentive for the consumer to pay or to get the job done in a hurry since they owe us so much money. So, going forward, tell them that they have to make what are called progression payments, okay? Or we have to do the job in phases, something like that. But we're expecting to get paid as we do the installs. Okay, makes sense? I'm sure it does. Okay? Another thing. When you're scheduling your jobs, obviously, as a flooring consultant, which most of you are that are watching this, it's your responsibility to write the orders, to track them, and then schedule once the material is in the store. When you're scheduling the job, do not specify the installer by name. You're setting yourself up for failure. You're going to scare your customer in case that installer calls in sick or we have to move the jobs around or whatever. People sometimes, I know, they say, hey, who's your best installer? I want your best installer. They're all great installers. They're all S&G certified. Otherwise, they wouldn't be working for us. All the installers that come out of our company have the lifetime installation warranty. Okay, so they're going to get a great quality job no matter who we send out there. Okay, but don't be telling them it's going to be Fred, Mike, Ed, Joe, Tito, whoever it is. Don't specify by name, because when that installer doesn't show up, your customer is freaked out and panicked, and they're thinking they're going to get an inferior job. So don't commit to a specific installer. Commit to the date once we have the material in the store, but tell them, it'll be at this time, and it'll be one of our guys. Good enough. That's all they need to know. Okay? So good stuff on that too. Hey, almost in closing here, I wanted to talk about the closure rate. We talked about the guys in the vans bringing back more checks. We've been tracking the closure rates of all the stores for a bunch of years, and it hovers around that 60%, 58%, somewhere around there, but it's been that way, all the stores, for years and years and years. Well, I'm happy to report this past month, April, we had our biggest overall closure rate as a company in at least the last 5, 6, 7 years. And I'm attributing it to that the estimators, the in-home sales consultants are bringing back more checks. We're closing faster, we're closing earlier. And what we're seeing is we're not doing a ton more estimates, but our closure rate's going up and our sales are going up. A lot of the stores are hitting those monthly team bonuses because we're closing faster, okay? Once people go out shopping, they've made the commitment in their mind that they're going to buy new floor covering. They made the commitment in their mind that they're willing to spend the money, and it's up to you to take them off the market, romance them, ask the qualifying questions, meet all their needs, okay? And they'll be ready to buy. There's no reason to go shopping here, there, and take weeks or months to make a decision. Most people are going to decide what they want to buy, when they want to buy it, and who they're going to buy it from, usually within 1 or 2 trips, okay? They decide, hey, let's go look at floor covering this weekend. They're usually going to decide by, if they start on Saturday, by Monday or Tuesday of the following week, who they're buying from. So if you don't think you want to be pushy, if you're saying, I don't want to call them, I don't want to seem like I'm pushy or whatever, you're missing the ball. You're giving them an opportunity to go out and shop, to listen to the other guys, okay? We don't want to do that. We want to move fast. We've got to answer all the questions. We want to show them that we care, that we're working for their order, okay? My buddy Wayne just bought a refrigerator from Sears. Everything went great. Everything was fabulous. But the guy never called him back after they had told him that they were potentially interested in buying a new stove. And it hurt his feelings. It was kind of like, wow, we did the refrigerator and this guy doesn't care enough to call me to say, hey, what about the stove? What about this or that? So take that, digest it a little bit, and think about it. If you're not calling and in constant contact with your customer, you're really not giving very good service. And you're leaving them a little bit nervous, a little bit uneasy, a little bit not sure about what's going on with the whole process. So it's better to over-communicate than it is to under-communicate. Okay, so with that being said, I'm almost out of time, and I just want to remind you that, hey, this month our 2014 mantra is taking care of business. I'm sure you've all seen this by now. And if we're taking care of business, I guarantee you that nobody can do what we do. Okay? And always at S&G, the most important person to us is the customer, because we are selling service. And if we have customers and we sell our service, then we are going to have big sales. Guys, we're having a great May. Keep it going. Let's finish the second half of the month off strong and hit those team bonuses. Remember, May 26th is Memorial Day. We're open 10 to 4 so you can sleep in a little bit and you can get home early to have a barbecue with your family. Thanks for the hard work, guys. We'll see you around the stores. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.